Hello everyone and welcome back to the financial modeling series in which we are building the three-statement financial model of Bharti Airtel Limited. So this is the fourth part of the series, and in the previous three parts we have already built the revenue assumptions, expense assumptions, input sheet, and we have understand like what is the major business segments of the Bharti Airtel Limited and what it actually does. So I would like to request you, if you haven't watched the previous parts of this particular financial modeling series, first go through that particular videos and after that come back to this video so it will be easy for you to follow in the upcoming parts. So moving forward, uh, so basically let me explain you what we're going to do in this particular session. First of all, we will be building the depreciation schedule. After this, we will be building the amortization schedule. So let's start with the depreciation schedule. So basically in this video, we are going to perform various exercises to calculate the depreciation for the forecasted years, that is from fiscal year 23 to fiscal year 27. So basically we need to first figure out what is going to be the capital expenditure of the company for the coming forecasted years. After that, we have to divide that capital expenditure into various assets. I know this line is a bit confusing, but I will explain you in the upcoming hour. So moving forward, let's start with the depreciation schedule. Okay. So first of all, we need to remove the grid lines. This is the basic thing, and reduce the size of first column. After that, just let's copy this. Okay. Okay. The first thing we need to do is just make a column for total revenue. Okay. And we can get the total revenue from revenue assumptions. Alt HVSF, present. Okay. After this, we need to take the capital expenditure. So basically, what do we mean by capital expenditure? So basically, capital expenditure is expenditure or expense incurred by the company to acquire non-current assets. And what do we mean by non-current assets? Non-current assets are those current assets which gives benefits for more than 1 year. Okay, so moving forward, how we can find the capital expenditure incurred by the company in the previous historical years. So what for that we need to move to the financial statements of the company, and under that we have a statement known as cash flow statement. So under cash flow statement, there are three things. The first one is cash flow from operating activities, second one is cash flow from investing activities, third one is cash flow from financing activities. So if your company is incurring an expenditure related to the anything to acquire the assets, non-current assets, which will basically increase the production capacity of the company, it will be shown under the investing activities. So let's move to the financial statement and search for the consolidated statement of cash flow and consolidated statement of cash flow. Let's search for this. Mm, okay. So this is our consolidated statement of cash flows, and under cash flow from investing activity, you can find the header known as purchase of property, plant and equipment and capital work in progress. So here it is. Okay. And this is for the year fiscal year 2022. In fiscal year 2022, the company has incurred an expenditure of 265,406. So let's write this into the input sheet. It's 265,406. Let me cross check it once again. Okay. So in this way, you can find the figures for the previous years as well. Okay. So let's move to the financial model and link this particular value here. Equals to, move to the input sheet, link this particular value and press Ctrl plus C and Ctrl plus V. Okay, so this is the capital expenditure incurred by the company in the historical years. After this, we will forecast the capital expenditure for the projected years, and what is the motive behind doing that? Just stay tuned for that as well. Okay, going forward, we need to make one column for capital expenditure as a percentage of revenue, that is equals to expenditure divided by the total revenue. Control plus C. press Ctrl plus B. Okay, change this into percentage. After this, just we need to take out the average, what is going to be the capital expenditure as a percentage of revenue for the upcoming years. That is the projected one. And using that projected values, we will calculate the capital expenditure of the projected years. Okay? Okay, let's change the color. Let's take out the average. The average is coming out to be, it is coming out to be 26.19%. So let's copy this till the end and change this into percentage. Okay, and after this, how we can calculate the capital expenditure? It is nothing but total revenue multiplied by the capital expenditure as a percentage of revenue, and in this way we can calculate the capital expenditure for the upcoming years. Okay, moving forward, we need to make one more column, that is total depreciation. Okay, but we will fill this column after 25 to 30 minutes, because first of all we need to make the depreciation schedule for all the assets out there. Okay, so first of all, copy this once again and paste it here. Okay, so what we have to do now is we have to divide the divide all the PP&E, or basically the property, plant and equipments, into all the assets which the company possesses. And where we can find this? We can find this in the notes to accounts statement. Okay, so this is our balance sheet, and under balance sheet you can find property, plant and equipments. So under property, plant and equipment, the note number is 5, and when we move to the note number 5, we can find the bifurcation of the assets owned by the Bharti Airtel Limited. So let's search for this. Hmm. Okay. So basically, the property, plant and equipments of Bharti Airtel Limited are divided into 8 major parts. The first one is leasehold improvement, the second one is buildings, the third one is land, the fourth one is plant and equipment, the fifth one is furnitures and fixtures, the sixth one is vehicles, and the seventh one is office equipments, and the eighth one is computer and servers. So let's copy this down in the Excel sheet. Okay, leasehold improvement. Okay, and then we need to make one column for leasehold improvement as a percentage of PP&E. Okay, basically why we are doing this, why we are finding the leasehold improvement as a percentage of PP. So basically the motive behind is to find the percentage which is held by the leasehold improvement in the total property, plant and equipment, and using this we will be forecasting our leasehold improvements for the upcoming years. So this is a very important task, so please follow. Okay, after this let's move to the second thing, that is buildings. Buildings as a percentage of PP&E. Let's copy this only. After this, we have land. And after this, we have plant and equipment. as a percentage of PP and E. Then we have furniture and fixtures. Okay. Moving forward, the next thing we have is vehicles, office equipments. Vehicles. Then we have office equipments. And after that, we have computer and servers. So basically, we have listed down all the assets out there. And after this, we just need to take the values of fiscal year 2022. We just need to take the values of fiscal year 2022. Okay. So where is the value? It is here. We need to take the values as of fiscal year 2022 or March 2022. Okay. Moving forward, the first one is 1751. 1751. Okay. Then we have 8354. Then we have 5798. First, let me check. 8354, 5798, 874, 586, 874, 586. After that, we have 2643. Okay. Then we have vehicles. The vehicles are 158. Sorry. Yeah. 158, 1286, 158, 2682, 9753. 9753. Okay. So we have listed down all the assets. And now we have to calculate this as a percentage of PP and E. As a percentage of PP and E equals to divide this value by the PP and E, and we can find the PP and E under the non-current assets in the balance sheet, and we have to take this fiscal year 2022 value. Okay, similar process for this as well. Divide, move to the balance sheet, select this, press enter. Equals to divide this by the PP and E, press enter. Similar process for this as well, divide this by the PP and E. Similar process, divide this by PP and E, press enter. Equals to divide this by PP and E. Okay, so we are done with this process as well. So let's first of all, let's change this into percentage. Okay. So as we can clearly see, plant and equipment comprises of 96.56% of total PP&E, which is we can say the majority of the part of the PP&E. So now what we have to do is we just, so basically what this percentage signifies, this 0.19%. So basically if we divide this percentage by the total PP&E in the balance sheet, the value will come out to be 1751. So this basically signifies that in total PP&E, the share of leasehold improvement is 0.19%. So basically, we now we will assume that in the upcoming years also, if the company is incurring any capital expenditure, so basically the 0.19% of that capital expenditure will be allotted to the leasehold improvements. I will repeat that, अगर कंपनी कोई भी फ्यूचर में कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर कर रही है तो उसका जो शेयर होगा, सॉरी, जो लीजहोल्ड इंप्रूवमेंट का उस कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर में शेयर होगा वो होगा 0.19%. वी आर अज्यूमिंग दैट just for the sake of building a depreciation schedule. Okay, so let's copy this. Okay, let's copy this. Similar exercise for all the figures. Okay, so right, now what we have to do, like as I just mentioned, if the company is incurring any capital expenditure in the upcoming years, the proportion of leasehold improvements in that capital expenditure is going to be 0.19. The proportion of buildings in that capital expenditure is going to be 0.92. The proportion of land in that particular expenditure will be 0.64. The proportion of plant and equipment in that capital expenditure will be 96.56%. This is thing which we have assumed uh, by having a look by having a by basically taking the forecast historical year values. Okay, this process. Okay, moving forward, now let's calculate the what we have to do is we need to take this percentage. Okay, and we need to divide this, sorry, the multiply this by the capital expenditure for the upcoming years which we have calculated here. Okay, press enter. Similar exercise for this as well. Capital expenditure, control plus C, okay, equals to the percentage capital expenditure, control plus C, control plus V, equals to capital expenditure, so multiplied by the percentage. Okay, equals to percentage multiplied by the capital expenditure, equals to percentage divided by the capital expenditure. Okay, so we have calculated the division of various assets or the percentage value of all the assets for the upcoming years, considering the capital expenditure which the company has incurred over the projected years. So moving forward, Now we have to build the depreciation schedule for each and every asset. For each and every asset. Okay. So moving forward, let's start building the depreciation schedule. First of all, let's copy this only. Okay. The first thing we need to do is, that is, just link this. Okay. Then we have to write the useful life. Useful life of the asset. And this is the estimated useful life. Okay. So now the question arises, how we can find the useful life of any asset. This is also available out there in the financial statements of the company. So let's search for useful life. Just simply search useful life. Okay. And we can search in the PDF by simply pressing Ctrl plus F, and you can search anything. Okay. And rotate this. So this is the useful life of various assets. So the first asset we have is lease term or 20 years, whichever is less. Okay, so let's take 20 years only for this purpose. That is the leasehold improvement. So first of all, let's link the values from here. Let's link this value is the actual leasehold improvement at the end of fiscal year 2022. एक्चुअल की क्या वैल्यू थी हमारी फिस्कल ईयर 2022 के ईयर एंड में, एंड जो इसके बाद वैल्यूज हैं ये है एडिशंस, कि भाई कंपनी ने और लीज होल्ड इंप्रूवमेंट एक्वायर करने में कितना पैसा खर्च करा है. ओके, सो द यूजफुल लाइफ इज 20. प्रेस कंट्रोल प्लस सी, कंट्रोल प्लस वी टिल द वेरी एंड. लेट्स मेक द बॉर्डर्स हियर. So now we have to calculate the depreciation and how we can do that. So let me tell you, like we are going to follow the straight line depreciation rule to calculate the depreciation in our case. Okay, so it is equals to the leasehold improvement value divided by the useful life of the asset. If we divide the leasehold improvement value by the useful life of the asset, we will get the depreciation for a single year. Okay, and then press enter. And the useful life of the asset is 20 years, and in the depreciation, in the straight line depreciation, we charge the depreciation on the cost which we have incurred while acquiring that particular asset. Okay, so let me explain you the basic difference between the two methods of depreciation, that is the written down value and the straight line. So let's suppose if the company has acquired an asset of 100. Okay, the first method is straight line. Okay, the second one is written down value. So under the straight line method, we charge depreciation on this value, that is 100, which we have incurred while acquiring the asset. But in the case of written down value, it is not the case. Let me explain you what I am talking about. So the depreciation for first year, okay, the depreciation for first year, it is, let's suppose the depreciation rate is 10% in both the cases. The depreciation rate is 10% in both the cases. So that is equals to 100 multiplied by the 10%. So value after first year, value after first year will be equals to the cost which we have incurred minus the depreciation. Same for the written down value method for the first year. Now the actual change will come in the second year, the amount of depreciation charged in the second year. So be careful. Okay, that is depreciation for second year. depreciation for second year is equals to, in straight line method, we will charge depreciation on the cost which we have incurred while acquiring that asset in the beginning. Okay, so the depreciation is going to be 10% multiplied by the 100, that is 10. Okay, but in case of written down value method, we have to charge depreciation on the value of asset after first year. So this is our depreciation. So what is going to be the value after second year? The value after second year is going to be the value after second year is going to be 90 minus 100 in case of straight line method, and 90 minus 9 in case of written down value method. So basically, in straight line method, the value of the asset after a certain point of time will become 0, because if we reduce the value by 10 every year, the value of the asset after the 10th year will be 0. But in written down method, the value of the asset can never be 0. Okay, and we can, and if we are provided with the useful life of the asset, and so using that also we can calculate the straight line depreciation method. So because here we are provided with the useful life of the asset. Okay, so now let's fix the referencing. Simply pressing function F4, we can fix the reference. So press Ctrl plus C, Ctrl plus V. Okay, similarly we have to calculate the depreciation on this 660 amount which we have incurred in fiscal year 2023. Okay, so let's fix this as well. Moving forward, similar process for this year as well. Okay, now we will follow the similar process for fiscal year 25, 26 and 27. So let's do that as well. Let's divide this, fix the referencing. And how I am fixing the referencing, you just need to press F4 one time and you will be able to fix the referencing. Okay, press Ctrl plus V equals to, let's compute the value for fiscal year 27. Okay, so now let's make one column for total depreciation. Okay, and apply the sum formula. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the depreciation applied on the leasehold improvement for the projected years, that is fiscal year 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27. And we have to perform the similar exercises for the rest of the assets, that is the buildings, plant and plant and equipment, future and furniture and fixtures, vehicles, office equipments and computer and servers. So now let's calculate the depreciation for rest of the assets as well. So the thing you need to do is just copy this, paste it here. Okay, and if you want, just remove this column as well for fiscal year 2022, because it is the historical year and we have depreciation for the historical year available in the income statement. So there is no need to calculate the depreciation for fiscal year 2022. Okay, so you can even delete this. Moving forward, the next asset we have is buildings. Press enter. Useful life of the assets we will see in the financial statements only. Okay, so let's move to the financial statements and find out the, yeah. So here is, so the useful life of building is 20 years. It is clearly given out there. So let's calculate the depreciation for this as well. We need to first of all, we need to calculate the depreciation for the this year, that is 8354 divided by the 20. Press enter and fix the referencing by pressing F4 and repeat the similar process. Divided by the 20, fix the referencing, Control plus C. Okay, divided by 20, similar process. Divided by the 20. That is the useful life. So we have calculated the depreciation for buildings as well. So let's copy this table and paste it downwards. Okay. So the next asset we have is land, and we are not supposed to calculate the depreciation on land because in accounting standards we have assumed that land is not a depreciable asset. Its value will only appreciate in the upcoming years. So we can't really calculate the depreciation on land. So the next asset we have is the plant and equipment. So let's link this now and link the values as well. That is equals to plant and equipment. Press enter. Okay, Alt H VSF I am using, and let's find out the useful life of the asset, that is the plant and equipment. The plant and equipment is around 3 to 20 years, so let's take it 15 years, something in between. Okay, let's calculate depreciation for this as well. We are taking the value of the plant and equipment and we are dividing it by the 15. Just press enter after fixing the referencing. Okay, similar process for this year value as well. Moving forward, equals to divided by the 15, fix the referencing, Control plus C, Alt H VSF, equals to this year value multiplied by the 15, fix the referencing. Okay, equals to divide this value by the 15, fix the referencing. Okay, equals to divided by this and the depreciation. So we have done with the depreciation schedule of the plant and equipment as well. Let's build the depreciation schedule for the next asset. Okay, the next asset is furniture and fixtures. Let's link the values, furniture and fixtures, Control plus C, and let's find out the useful life of the furniture and fixtures, and it is given out to be 2 to 5. So let's take something in between. Let's not take something in between. Generally I would say the useful life of the furniture and fixtures is 5 years, so let's take it 5 only. Okay, and copy this till the very end. Okay, equals to this value divided by the useful life, that is the 5 years. Fix the referencing, and copy it till fiscal year 2023. Okay, sorry, the copy it till the fiscal year 2027, which is basically the last year of our projected financial statements, equals to divide it by the useful life, fix the referencing, control plus C, drag it till the very end, equals to divided by the 5, fix the referencing, divided by 5, fix the referencing, divided by 5, fix the referencing. Okay, so we are done with the depreciation schedule of furniture and fixtures as well. So the next asset we have is vehicles. We have vehicles with us, equals to, link this value from here and copy it till the fiscal year 27. And now let's find the useful life of the vehicles. The vehicles is also given as 3 to 5 years, so let's take 5 years only. Okay, equals to divide the previous year value at the end of fiscal year 2022 divided by the useful life, fix the referencing, okay, similar process for this year value as well, fix the referencing, okay. So we are done with the depreciation schedule of the vehicles as well. Let's copy this and paste it here. And the next asset we have is office equipments. Okay, equals to this, control plus C, okay. So what is the useful life of office equipments? It is also given out to be 3 to 5 years, so let's take it 5 years only. Okay, equals to divide this value by the useful life. Okay, divide this by the useful life, similar process for this as well. Fix the referencing, equals to this year value divided by fix the referencing. So we are done with the depreciation schedule of the office and equipments as well. Okay, so let's copy this downwards, equals to the last thing we are left with is the computer and servers. Okay, computer and servers we are left with. Let's link the value as well, press enter, control plus C. Okay, So let's find out the useful life of computer and servers. And it is also given out to be 3 to 5 years. So let's take it 5 year only. Okay, equals to 9753 divided by the useful life. Okay, fix the referencing, equals to divided by the useful life. Fix the referencing. Similar process for this year as well. Divided by the 5. Fix the referencing, equals to divided by the 5. Divided by the 5. Okay, so we are done with the depreciation schedule of the last asset as well. So first of all, let's complete the formatting and let's find out the total depreciation for the upcoming years. Okay, let's complete the formatting. Okay, just give a border out there. And how we can find the total depreciation? It is nothing but the sum of all the depreciations which we have just find out. Plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this one, the depreciation for the computer and servers. Press enter. Okay, press enter. Drag this till the fiscal year 2027. Got it? Now let's put a border. Alt C, Alt HBR. Okay, so we are done with the formatting of this. Let's complete the formatting of this part as well. Okay, so we are done with the, I guess we are done with the formatting part of formatting part as well, and we are done with the depreciation schedule. Now let's start building the amortization schedule. AMORTISATIONSCHEDULE. Okay, so first of all, let me make you explain the difference between depreciation and the amortization. So basically, depreciation is fall in the value of tangible assets, and amortization is fall in the value of intangible assets. So let me make you understand the difference between tangible assets and the intangible assets. Tangible assets are basically those assets which have a physical existence, like which we just see, like the building, land, plant and equipment, computers and equipments. Apart from that, we also furniture and fixtures. So these assets have physical existence, so they are considered as tangible assets, and we calculate depreciation on these assets. So the second thing is intangible assets. Intangible assets are those assets which do not have any physical existence. For example, like the computer softwares, like servers and etc. So basically we calculate amortization on these particular type of assets, that is the intangible assets. Okay, so let's start calculating the amortization on these assets. The first thing we need to do is we need to remove the grid lines. Let's make it small. Let's copy this from here. Okay, expenditure on intangible assets. Okay, after this, capital, remove this as well. Okay, Moving forward, let's change this to total amortization. Okay, so let's find out what is our expenditure on intangible assets for the historical years, that is from fiscal year 2018 to fiscal year 2022. Okay, so let's move to the financial statements, and let's move to our cash flow statement only. And under this you can see purchase of intangible assets and intangible assets under development, which is 8593 for fiscal year 2022. 8593. And let's input this inside our input sheet. And in this way you can also find the purchase of intangible assets for the previous year, like fiscal year 18, 20, fiscal year 19, 20 and 21. Okay, moving forward, like you will not find any difficulty in like finding this historical amounts, because I have already explained you to how you can find these amounts in the, I would say, the financial statements. So moving forward to the amortization schedule only. So expenditure on intangible assets, that is equals to, move to the input sheet. Under input sheet we have this, and link this to this, control plus V. So, and this is expenditure as a percentage of total revenue. So let's find out the average for this. Close the bracket, press enter. The average is coming out to be 2.2% on an average. So let's start building our depreciation amortization schedule. So first of all, let's move to the financial statements, and let's have a look what all intangible assets does company have or company possess. So let's move to the page number 347, and in page number 347 you can see the goodwill and other intangible assets are basically divided into software, licenses and other acquired intangibles. So they are basically major three things out there. Got it? So moving forward, let's start building the schedule only. This is our as of 2022 values which we have to take. Okay. Copy this from here, paste it here. Okay. Delete these value. The first thing we have is software. Okay. Software as a percentage of. Let's move to the balance sheet, and in the balance sheet you can see just give me a second, that is 8745. Under balance sheet we have other intangible assets, that is 874509. Okay, so basically we will take software as a percentage of other intangible assets. Got it? The second thing we have is licenses as a percentage of intangible assets. Okay, after this we have other acquired intangibles, other acquired intangibles. Okay, so we are done with this as well. Now just what we have to do is we need to type in the values for fiscal year 2022, and it is 8424 for software, 8424, and the licenses is 865654, 865654, and we have other acquired intangibles, that is 431. Got it? 431. And now we need to find the proportion of these assets in other intangible assets. Like how much percentage does the software possess in the percentage of other intangible assets. So the thing we need to do is that is equals to software value divided by the other intangible assets as on 31st March 2022 or fiscal year 2022. Select this, press enter. Similarly for this as well, press select this value divided by the 874509. Similarly, just give me a second, 865654. It is 865654 equals to select this divided by the balance sheet. Under this we have under intangible assets. Okay, just copy this same value till fiscal year 27. Similarly for this as well, and similarly for this as well. And now we can find the expenditure incurred by company on these particular assets, that is software, licenses and other acquired intangibles using the expenditure on intangible assets which we have forecasted using the percentage of total revenue. Moving forward, equals to multiply this percentage by the expenditure on intangible softwares. Okay, equals to multiply this by the expenditure. Similarly for this as well, okay. So we are done with this. Let's close the borders and move here. Just copy this schedule. Okay, just copy the first schedule, move to the amortization schedule, copy this as it is. Okay, equals to select this cell, that is the software. After that, equals to select these values, and the useful life for the software is 5 years, which is already given in the financial statements, and I have already explained you how you can find the useful life in the financial statements by basically searching Control plus F useful life, and you will find the useful life for the other intangible assets as well, and it is basically 5 years for all the three assets. It is given in the financial statements only. Equals to take this value, divide by the 5, fix the referencing. Okay, similarly for this as well, fix the referencing. Repeating the similar process which we did in the depreciation schedule, equals to divided by the useful life, press enter. Now let's apply the sum formula. Close the bracket, press enter. Alt H VS. Okay, so we have built the amortization schedule for this software. So let's copy this. Okay, right, paste it here. Equals to licenses, press enter. Let's link the amount as well. The useful life is 5 years only, equals to, divide this by 5, alt h VSF. Sorry, I forgot to fix the referencing. We have to fix the referencing by pressing F4, and then we need to copy this till the very end. Similar for this as well. Repeat the same process. Same here. Okay, so we are done with the amortization schedule of licenses as well. So let's copy this and paste it here. And the last we are remain. So the last thing is other acquired intangibles. So let's link the value from here. Drag this till the very end. Okay. Okay. Equals to 431 divided by the 5. Fix the referencing. Okay. Similarly for this as well. Fix the referencing. Moving forward. Complete this. Okay. So guys, we are done with the amortization schedule as well. Let's find the sum. Okay. Copy this. So like we are done with the depreciation schedule and amortization schedule. And guys, to be very honest, ये आपको बहुत complicated लगा होगा क्योंकि like nobody is explaining how to calculate the depreciation and amortizations of the various assets which the organization possess in this manner. This is the right manner and this is one of the most complex method because इसलिए कोई explain भी नहीं करता market में, to be very honest. So like यार कोई भी अगर आपको problem आई हो to in understanding this, please let us know in the comment section. We will be replying you as soon as possible, and we will also mention our numbers in the description box. You can contact us anytime and we will be more than happy to clear your doubts. And apart from this, if you have any doubts, anything, you can always visit our website and you can fill a query form out there. And uh, and if you're really enjoying our videos, if you're really enjoying our financial modeling series, so please do like and subscribe and share these particular videos with your friends. Okay. And I will also attach a link in the description box, which will redirect you to our WhatsApp community group. And basically in that group we are posting each and everything what we are doing. If we are coming up with any live session, if we are coming with any financial modeling series, we will be updating you in that particular WhatsApp community. So please do join that community. Apart from that, like as I just mentioned, if you have any doubts, we are always there to help you out. And please, like if you are coming for the next session, please do watch all the previous videos as well, because the things will get complicated from here. Okay, we are done with the revenue assumptions, we are done with the expense assumptions, we are done with the depreciation amortization schedule. And after this, we will start with the balance sheet assumptions. We will be linking all the three statements. So guys, it's a humble request to watch all the videos in the sequence. And if you face difficulty with any concept, with anything, please feel free to contact us. And thank you so much for watching this video.